Welcome back to another episode of JO3 Afterdark. This is episode 6, and I have some good news on the Spotify thing. By next episode, I'm gonna have episodes 1 through 6 up. Hopefully. At least 1 through 5. This one might not be up yet. The goal is to have them all up on Spotify so we can start posting both on YouTube and Spotify simultaneously going forward with the next episode. Hopefully. If not, episode 7, episode 8. I want to get that out of the way, but I do also want to apologize. There was going to be a guest. We decided to record something else instead when he was available, so now it's just me again. Hopefully there'll be a guest next episode. I'm going to try to ensure it next time before promising anything. That's my bad. Anyway, you still get content with who the guest was going to be. So, at least there's that. It'll just be on the main channel. Anyways, we're gonna start with probably the biggest non-wrestling story, because I know most viewers probably don't want to listen to wrestling. We're saving that for a little way later. Following up on the QuantumTV Ackman situation, and the people don't want to talk about because they could get them striked or anything. Speaking on that, ReviewTechUSA, somebody I've actually watched for a little while now, put out, I forget if it was a video. I think he talked about it in a video, but then made it official on like a channel post or something, that he's no longer posting on his main channel, at least for the time being, because he got I guess it's basically like a warning before you get an actual strike, a warning for a community guideline strike, I guess, because of his QuantumTV videos, which, let's be honest, we know who did that. Maybe not QuantumTV himself, but some people around him. Let's be honest. This entire situation has just gotten worse and worse. I genuinely... What is YouTube doing? I've never seen them, like, this bad in one situation. That they're just allowing this to continue to happen. I'm completely against deplatforming, but at this point, with everything QuantumTV said, and now, his supporters are doing this, you can't really necessarily blame him, I don't think, for some of this stuff. Obviously, I assume he's not, like, behind the scenes. But something has to be done. Maybe not, he is ban evading, so his channel, if we're going to follow TOS, should be terminated. If we're going to follow your TOS, YouTube, you gotta do something, bro. This is another channel gone has over 1 million subs. You just can't do anything. Actman's demonetized. ReviewTechUSA he has to be cautious with this. He's not gonna lose his main channel over this, so he's not posting for the time being. I know he's streaming on his second channel, that's like his streaming channel, and on Twitch, I think, or maybe he hasn't made up his mind on which one. Either way, it's a fair enough decision, and good luck to him. We don't agree on everything. We actually disagree on a lot of things. But he's still a good content creator. I still enjoy his content. It's definitely a more mature stream most of the time, or immature creator, and I think he's a good one to do it. He's been around for a long time on the platform. It's good to have him all around, at least in a streaming form now. Whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, who knows. Going on to something a bit more positive, though, or at least more lighthearted. There's a new JO3 channel coming to the family of channels. It's going to be the last one I hopefully make ever. Hopefully. So obviously we have JO3, the main channel. We have this channel, which this podcast goes on, at least on YouTube, JO2. We have JO3 Clips, which is shorts / short form, like videos, that type of thing. We have JO3 VODs, which is of course my live stream VODs. And now we are going to have JO3 Reacts. I know, I'm doing a reaction channel, it's crazy. It's going to be the channel where I just want to sit down and watch some YouTube. And I thought about it. This is the main reason I made the channel. I thought about it. And obviously the main reason people watch reaction channels is to watch something with other people. So, I figured since I do it on Twitch sometimes anyway, I would do it on YouTube and watch some things. Anything that I can, that, I can either get permission for, or is, on... I can actually watch without getting copyright or whatever. I just watch, like, I don't know, I thought about doing horror, like, videos. Like, I know a lot of people like, watching, like, top 5 or top 10 horror clips or something like that. Or, like, horror channels. Maybe something like that. Some other stuff as well. It's gonna be a lot of, people being able to recommend videos to me. It's just a channel for fun. Don't expect, like, consistent uploads on it. Although the videos, obviously, it's reaction videos. They're very easy to make. But, besides that, we will, that'll be cool to see. It'll be cool to see how well it does. It's gonna be in my list of featured channels on the main channel. I'm gonna update this one as well to have all my channels. It'll be the purple JO3 icon as well, if that helps you. JO3 Reacts. It's more just for fun, like I said. It's not gonna be a channel like this one or JO3 where it's consistently getting uploads necessarily, unless I have time to consistently upload on it. If there's a channel that will have frequent breaks when I have more like responsibilities, more classes, or whatever the case may be in the fall or whenever, that'll be a channel that suffers before these channels that are constantly, they're the ones I put a lot of hard work into and have been for longer. These are the big channels, JO3 and JO2. So it's just cool. It'll be in the description if you want to check it out. Feel free if you want. Another more, well, I guess it's a kind of sad story. Internet Explorer, as of the day I'm recording this, the 15th, I believe. Internet Explorer is officially no longer supported by Google. Everyone's favorite Chrome downloader. So very tragic. Internet Explorer will realize that in 10 years that it's no longer being supported. It's kind of tragic. Everyone, I feel like, has their own different memories of Internet Explorer, depending on how old they are. But it's kind of tragic to lose our favorite Chrome downloader and now have to use Edge with no other option, because no one uses Edge for anything else either. So tragic, very tragic. So I don't even use Chrome anymore, so it's a bit. Rest in peace, Internet Explorer. I'm gonna take a short break here to thank Streamers for Mental Health for sponsoring this stream, aka me, again. And this gives me a chance to promote Streamers for Mental Health. It is the charity ran by myself and Harpo_Gaming on YouTube and Harpo Gaming elsewhere, I believe, or something, maybe also an underscore. It is a charity working obviously for mental health, particularly right now in teens and that sort of age range through our work with the JED Foundation, raising over, at the moment of recording, $1,500 already, with a goal of $2,000 for this year's goal. We've raised $1,000 this year alone and $500 last year. Our goal is $2,000. If you wish to donate, then the charity fundraiser will be in the description. We've very much enjoyed working with the JED Foundation, and we have plans for other events as well, even after our event coming up on July 17th. So if you need some help yourself, reach out to JED. Our pretty much, I guess, unofficial partner, but it's who we've been working with since last year on our second event, and we have, like I said, more to come with JED and other charities. If you need the help, reach out. If you wish to be a part, if you're a streamer or creator, it's Streamers for Mental Health, but obviously, YouTubers as well that upload. Anyone wants to get involved and promote it, be sure to make contact with myself or the Streamers for Mental Health Twitter, which I'll have in the description as well. And that'll be the end of the sponsored segment. Thank you for Streamers for Mental Health. Let's get into my thoughts about Kenobi Episode 5. Oh boy. It's my favorite episode of the series, by a large margin. I think generally, I'm gonna try to keep it, here's my quick spoiler-free review. Definitely best episode of the series so far. A little short, but I mean that's fine at this point. I expect it. They're all super short compared to what they were promised, which was an hour. Not super short, but you know what I mean. A lot of them haven't hit an hour. I don't know if any said an hour. I had to go check the run times again. But it's a good episode. A lot better than episode 4, which I think is by far the weakest. And episode 3 for sure. And then 1 and 2, I think, in my opinion, as well. It's my favorite episode, at least. Now we'll get into some spoilers here. If you don't want to, have spoilers, skip ahead probably a minute or two. It'll be quick. I don't have too much to spend on, the good. The flashbacks between Anakin and Obi-Wan were great. They didn't really de-age them, which was a little, weird to look at. But, other than that, good scene for what they were doing as well. Like the cuts to Vader and Obi-Wan, depending on who was in control in the fight. And Anakin winning, at the cost of sort of, he was pretty much lusting for the victory. I kind of like that message, that lesson that he failed to learn at that time. It kind of works with the line in episode 4, kind of, but it's still, I don't know how they get around that. it's making that still make sense a little bit. My weaknesses with the episode would probably be Reva getting stabbed and not dying with a lightsaber, like she supposedly did as a kid as well. Makes no sense. I hate that. I'm not gonna lie. Red Inquisitor obviously being alive made sense. Everyone expected it because they weren't gonna break their own canon. Once they came out and said they weren't breaking their own canon, it was pretty obvious he was coming back in some way. He wasn't gonna die. Reva being a youngling at the temple that just happened to survive, I guess works. Yeah, I mean, Anakin. The way they edited it seemed Anakin stabbed her, but she somehow survived. She's a youngling and shouldn't have survived that. It's all right, I guess. Whatever. If the leaks are true, which I mean, if you don't want to hear the leaks, you can go ahead and like skip forward 30 seconds or something. I'll give you a few seconds. If the leaks are true, then Reva's dying next episode anyway. So, and they've been pretty much true almost the entire time, if not the entire not franchise series, not Star Wars franchise. You know what I mean? So, who knows though? I'm looking forward to episode 6 now a bit more. I'm a bit more optimistic on the season finale. But that's my Kenobi talk. Let's get into a little bit of wrestling. I know a lot of people probably don't care about wrestling, but I feel these two topics, one broke out today, or came out today, as I was, getting ready to, like, pretty much put together this episode. The first one, though, has been out for, I think, since Monday or Tuesday. Maybe Sunday, I don't know, a couple days ago. Jeff Hardy was arrested, again, on a charge of DUI and a few other things, I believe, but that's the one people focused on. And I'm not gonna obviously make light of that. I think I know he's had at least, I think 3 or 4. I know it's at least 3. He's had at least one in Impact, WWE, and AEW in his 10 years in all of them. I think it's 4 or more. I haven't kept, I'm not gonna keep track of somebody's DUI charges. I know he's had at least 3, just because I know he's had one at least every like those 3 promotions. He needs to get the help, and Tony Khan is now making him, which is good. WWE looks less bad, although still it seemed like he passed all their tests when they offered him help before he left WWE. And I'm not gonna make a light of it. Yeah, I hope he gets the help he deserves and works, gets better. Otherwise, he needs to hang up the boots. And I'm a fan of Jeff Hardy. He already didn't look good in the ring. In his AEW tenure, he's doing things that he shouldn't be doing at his age. I don't think he really has that much time in the ring left anyway, but if that's what it takes for him to get better and live the rest of his life in a decent state, then maybe it's best for him to hang up the boots soon. If he does come back a lot better and gets the help he deserves, then more power to him. But otherwise, I would rather see Jeff Hardy not die in the ring. I'd rather see him be able to get, inducted into the Hall of Fame, or be able to spend the rest of his life, with his family. So the other one, which, is awful in different ways, and I'm gonna keep very short and broad. If you want the more in-depth details, go look it up at your own discretion. So something came out about good old Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, and something awful. And essentially, to keep it YouTube friendly, it came out that he had pretty much had $3 million worth of hush money. I don't know what that is, look it up at your own discretion. If you're a child, probably don't do any of what I'm about to say until the next story. Anything like searching or anything, don't, Vince McMahon had pretty much paid $3 million of hush money to a former worker, I believe it was in 2019, of WWE, or former employee, and like doubled her salary and a couple other things. Pretty much was having a relationship of a kind with her that isn't a great. It was basically, if Call Me Carson, a creator to viewer thing. This is a boss to an employee or an employee scenario where they control your checks. At least in something like a creator being in that situation, the viewer can easily cover. I mean, it's not the greatest comparison, I know, But it's a more recent thing on the internet that also got people, they still hate Carson for it. And I wanted to, he did something recently and I wanted to cover it, but I forgot what it was. So maybe I'll cover that next episode. But anyways, back to the more important thing. Who the fuck cares about Carson? Mr. McMahon, essentially the chick, I assume it's a chick. If it's a dude, well, you know, that doesn't change things. It's still awful. Pretty much got passed to John Laurinaitis as well. If all these things are to be believed, which I mean, who knows at this point? It just broke today. Um, Essentially, sum it up. People got paid hush money to keep it quiet that an employee was having relations with Vince and John in what seemed. They claim it was a consenting relationship, but it was in a relationship in the sense to pretty much he, the employee was described as a toy being passed to John Laurinaitis, so interpret that how you will. I don't want to hold on, like, stick to the situation too much, but that is an awful way to word anything involving a human being. And I don't know all the details, so I'm not gonna, try to make any judgments, but if everything would be true, that would be awful. So, luckily, I believe the employee has remained anonymous, which is good. And who knows what comes out of this in the coming days. I'm not gonna, speculate on something like that. What I will speculate on is something stupid, because Twitter's stupid. So a couple days ago, a day or two ago, Netflix announced that they are doing a Squid Game reality show. Squid Game is having a second season as well. But Netflix announced they're doing a Squid Game reality show where 456, I believe it is, right? People compete for money. And then people started bringing up the comparison of Mr. Beast and how both of them just don't understand, I guess, the message of the original show, which maybe they don't, but the fact that people are like bashing, I mean, I don't care if you bash Netflix, Netflix is stupid, but still, it's involved. Bashing Mr. Beast still over the fact they made a Squid Game video, like, bro, like, people are just looking for things to get offended about. And like being upset, it's just people being upset that they weren't in a Mr. Beast video or gonna be in this Netflix reality show, so they can't make money. There's nothing wrong with making a Netflix owns the rights for one, and Mr. Beast made a pretty much, I guess it would fall kind of under parody or whatever you want to call it, fair use. He made a video as well. People got money from it. It helped people. It's entertainment. It's capitalism. I know, that's not everyone's favorite thing, but congratulations, you're living in a capitalistic society. There we go. Congratulations. If there's entertainment and money to be made, it happens. Especially when Netflix owns the rights. And it's going to help people, hopefully, that compete, that win money. Or at least a person, I guess. Because theirs is different than Beast, I assume. I assume only the winner's getting the money. As it was in the actual show. But regardless, somebody's getting a lot of money. So good on them. Half of it will be taken by taxes. Because the US government sucks. But, that's fine. Any feds listening, that's a joke. Anyways, it's stupid to bash Mr. Beast or anything like that, but Twitter finds things to just be offended about. There's a new slur every day that you can't say. While they continue to not listen to people who don't want to be called certain things, and saying that that they like to call them, it's Twitter. We're not that shocked. Let's be honest. It's never that shocking anymore. But whatever. Oh, sorry, my hand was spazzing up there. Anyways, I don't know if that caught up on the mic or not, or if I'll cut it out or not, but regardless, that's all the stories for the episode, but I'm gonna be doing something here. I want to do more in the future. I'm gonna be doing a Q&A. I asked people to be able to send I pretty much set up so they could send questions anonymously to me, and we are gonna answer them. I believe we have 18 it was. We're going to try to run through all of these. I think we have the time to do so. Some of them are joke questions. Some of them may be more serious. We may spend some more time on some than others. It really just depends. Half of them I haven't even really like read. I kind of like skimmed through some of them just to make sure there weren't any questions that I either couldn't answer or were like super joke like troll questions or whatever. But most of these are either like humorous questions or real like serious questions. It's a good mix. Starting with the first one. Do you like cheese? Yes, cheese is great. The second question, I don't have much to say on that one. The second question is just gay question mark. Are you asking if I'm gay? In the old definition of happy, no. In the definition of like in the same gender, no. I'm straight. I mean, uh, is I don't know how else to answer that. I mean, no, I'm straight. I don't know if that burst your bubble. Sorry, thought I made it apparent, but I guess not. You know, it's Pride Month though, so happy Pride Month to all people who are part of that community. You know, but I'm straight. Sorry to burst your bubble, I guess. Um, the next one. Do you support the attack on the Wookiees? No. We have to do something about the attack on the Wookiees. We gotta save Chewbacca. We can't let that happen. We gotta get rid of those clankers. We gotta go get the I forget which clone legion was sent there. But we go get Master Yoda, he'll take care of it, and then be one of the only two surviving masters of Order 66 to eradicate all the Jedi. It's fine. That's alright. The next one, what was your favorite what was your favorite Robert to work on? I assume that's not meant to be Robert and autocorrected. I have no idea what you're meant to say, what you're trying to say. Trying to think of what could fit there. Video? Is it video? Is it project? Could be either of those. If it's project, it would be the trip with Harpo. I think my favorite project to work on. Either that or obviously streamers for mental health, but that's kind of multiple projects, not really just one. So I guess I'll go with the trip, where I got 2 vlogs out of it. And my favorite video, if that's what that's meant to say, I have no idea what it's meant to say, so I apologize. It might be a reference I just don't get, and I'm taking it more seriously than it is. But favorite video would probably be, I have a couple like favorites, but my most favorite video, that's kind of tough. One of the ones I actually go back and watch of mine, which I don't watch a lot of my videos after I put them up, would probably be the first vlog, the Marshall University vlog. The Mothman vlog was good too. I feel like there was more, like, the Marshall vlog just showed, like, a day of 2 college students, even though I wasn't a student there, but Harpo is, but 2 students, or college kids, whatever you want to say, just having a day where we actually went out and did things. We were gonna do an escape room, but we just didn't have the time. Like we'd had to plan around. Well, we had the time. We just didn't want to have to plan around it. I think it was just a lot of fun. It just showed like, hey, we are the exact same person outside of like streaming or content or anything. The person you see on streams or anything is me. I'm a little more awkward if I don't know you IRL. It's about the only difference you got. I don't change when I'm on camera really. So I think it's one of my favorite edits as well. Oh, this is a serious question. Who inspires you? Huh. At the beginning, I had a cousin who had a YouTube channel, which got me to make a YouTube channel, but I also, was inspired by, at the time that was probably 2015. 2015, it was like PewDiePie, Yogscast, Smosh, those type of channels, the big ones, who are still kind of like in their peak, maybe starting to leave their peak, some of them. But those guys, those are some of the ones I watched at the time. Now, who inspires me, like maybe to keep doing content creation and stuff? That's tough. I've just like been in the rhythm of putting out content for like 3 years. But in terms of inspirations, I guess like, I don't know. I've tried to incorporate some humor and like some edits that Mr. GG does. I really like his content. He's one of my favorite people to just like binge watch or just like put on when I'm trying to sleep, just to have like some noise and some cool stuff, like his movie, either his movie reviews or some of his more recent stuff. Um, this isn't a favorite creator question, so I'm trying to think of specific ones that I guess inspired bits of my content. Call Me Kevin, kind of with the video style. Has inspired a little bit of like the 2022 type thing, some of the styling and all that. Some of the thumbnail stuff. Um, I don't know. There's a lot. Those are two of them that I can think of off the top of my head. When it comes to the podcast, I don't really have a specific inspiration. I've just always wanted to be able to talk and just like express my feelings, and you can't really do that in a short form thing. So a podcast is perfect for that. And just like talk with people for like an hour, hour and a half, or hour long, I guess. I don't know. I mean, those are two. Hmm. Another one, kind of, when I wanted to do Pokemon content was Purple Cliff, because I think dude is genuinely pretty funny. Um, but I don't really do Pokemon anymore. I wanted to because it's fun, but it's people weren't ever really interested in it. I guess it was really just me and a couple people. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Who knows? That's a couple though. PewDiePie, I guess, could technically still be there. He's still around. He's in Japan now. He's just retired. I want to get to. I wish I could get to the point where I could just retire and just make videos, still get a couple million views, and still be rich. That'd be great. Um, that's a couple. Um, next, let's see. Oh, a less serious one. Who's better in music, Jesus, the small child beefing on Twitter, or Anxie? Um, hmm. Yeah, I feel like I saw another question about Anxie later on. But for this question, it's you kind of have to put an asterisk around it, along with that later question. I'm pretty sure because I haven't been able to listen to some of Anxie's more recent stuff. So, because YouTube just doesn't show me it, and YouTube or Twitter just never shows me his tweets about it, so I never know if he's actually put something up. I know he's got an album coming up, so definitely put an asterisk around this answer. So I'm just gonna say cheeses for now. I really, really love his EP. I mean, we don't talk about you know we can talk about the experiment and crying on the bathroom floor and fall asleep. Those are all really good beats. I really think they're massive improvements, and I'm not even like I'm dead serious about that. Massive improvements, and from where he started, he's genuinely made a lot of good strides. And I think if YouTube just like treated smaller, rappers or musicians better in the algorithm, I feel like he could definitely gather a following and definitely find his footing. I truly believe that. Same with Anxie, I just haven't listened to some of his more recent stuff, so that's just why I said put an asterisk around it. Um, Definitely not the small child beefing on Twitter though. Oh, this is a controversial one. Pineapple pizza question mark. The whole question. No, pineapple on pizza is a sin, and if you do it, I don't actually hate you, although I was about to say it, but you should definitely stop. Don't do it. It's bad for your health. Don't fact check that. I don't know if that's true or not. Probably not, but don't do it. Don't do it. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. I will die on that hill and you can fight me in a video game. That's all. uh oh, okay. Best cheeses song and why? Fall Asleep right now on his EP that he just released. I think it's on YouTube now, which is cool. Fall Asleep, my favorite track of his. Other ones close would be The Experiment. Um, that's a really good one as well. It's the title track of his EP, The Experiment. Crying on the Bathroom Floor is a pretty good one. Um, let's see. What are some other good ones? It's definitely Fall Asleep. Like, it definitely is. But if I had to, like, pick a second, it, if you wanted to have, like, a top three, it'd be that, and I think The Experiment, and then, I don't know. My 2 and 3 could change. Yeah, we'll go with Fall Asleep, The Experiment, and Soaring. I like Soaring a little bit more, and that's just literally just me. It's just a personal preference over Crying on the Bathroom Floor. Those two go back and forth a lot too, though. Those like second through fourth change a lot. But Fall Asleep is a definitive number one. So there you go. I assume if this person asks multiple questions, best angsty song and why. I thought so. This is the other one. I knew I saw Anksy's name again that I had to put an asterisk by because I haven't listened to some of his more recent stuff, and they're probably better, considering how, that works. I haven't listened. I think he has like 3 or 4 things out now I need to listen to. I think I've listened to his most recent one, Polka Rider. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna like just say lie because he's we're chill. I'm not a huge fan of it. It was not for me. The dude who was on it was not great. Not Angsty, but the dude who was on. I don't know if it's necessarily his fault or whatever, but it's not great. I think he has like 3 others I haven't listened to yet. Obviously, Dashin would be the easy answer because I just like Dashin. I think that's really the first one that I like. It showed Angsty had found his footing, and Jesus did great in it. But obviously the right answer is New World, New World. Obviously, New World, New World. The key can't top New World, New World. Clearly. I don't know. I don't have a definitive answer on that one. We'll just say New World, New World for the meme. When is the Harpo diss track? That is not my job. You talk to Jesus. I don't. I ain't my job. Go talk to him. Jesus Christ, or at Jesus Christ official, I think. Or is it official Jesus Christ on Twitter? One of those. Do I stand with Ackman? Yes, I do. I think he's allowed emotions to get in his way a little bit more recently. But in terms of him, getting demonetized and everything, that's stupid. YouTube needs to actually get their shit together. He should not be demonetized for a satire tweet. Were they great to do? No, not necessarily. Has he been sort of more emotional than he should have? Should he take a bit of a break to, catch, come to his senses a little bit, calm down? Yes, I do think so. But in general, yes, I do. I think YouTube has done an awful job with the QuantumTV situation. And it only continues to boil out because of that. Because of their inaction. So, that's my thoughts on that. YouTube sucks, question mark. What a great question. What a great question. That's pretty broad. So, I guess you could reword it, does YouTube suck? I mean, sometimes. Most of their major decisions are awful, yes. Removing dislikes was awful. Removing sort oldest first, I think it was, right? Oldest first they were thinking about removing. Hope they don't. It's stupid. Removing features makes no sense. Removing dislikes, we all know why they did it. But, at least there's like an extension that works for now. Bring them back, but that's stupid. A lot of their decisions have been stupid. Now, when it comes to live streaming, and like YouTube gaming and stuff, that crew has made some great strides. Gifted memberships in beta, hosting or like redirecting, whatever it's called, is cool. A lot of good strides for YouTube streaming. Enough to almost bring me back, which keep your eyes out for that maybe. Hopefully soon. It's cool. It really just depends. YouTube's such a big company. It's hard to just say like that YouTube sucks. We're looking at the top, yes. The people you think of when you're talking about YouTube making bad decisions. They definitely do. A lot of their big decisions suck. But some of the smaller departments like YouTube Gaming have made great strides on the website. And I've done a great job, I've done a great job on what their job is. Their specific part of YouTube is. That's the issue with that question. I assume Twitch sucks is probably up next. And that one's a bit different. Let's see. Number 13, Twitch sucks. Yep, okay. Yeah, Twitch is awful. It's fucking dog shit. Fucking awful platform. All their decisions are awful. They're in action about so many different things. It's awful. They defend stupid shit. They do stupid fucking things. I have nothing good to say about Twitch. Not at all. They just did something. I don't know if it's rolled out to everyone. I saw my boy Trenticles, another great creator, got a message pretty much saying, hey, increase the amount of ads you're playing for more ad rev. Make us more money and we'll give you a little bit more money. We'll give you a bit better of the cut. They're just trying to maximize profits. That is all they are doing right now. Twitch is a dying platform, and it's unfortunate because both YouTube and Twitch are not doing the greatest right now in terms of major decisions, and there's no other like big competitor. Like I'm on Odyssey, and you can stream on there technically and like post on there, but it's not a big platform. I wish it was. It seems pretty good. I mean, in terms of UI and like some of the creators on there as well, seems like a generally okay place. So far, I mean, I've only been on there a little bit. I've only put like all my stuff is over there as well, like recent content, but there isn't really one on the same sort of sphere, the same type of active user or anything, besides Twitch and YouTube, and both are awful right now. But Twitch is just always worse. They've done nothing positive for their platform in years. So there's not much else to say. Twitch sucks? Yes. YouTube sucks? It depends on what part of YouTube. That's your answers to those questions. Let's see. Next up, Facebook gaming sucks. Oh, okay. I have no idea. Probably it's Facebook. I don't stream on Facebook gaming. I've never streamed on Facebook gaming. I've never watched a stream on Facebook gaming. I've never watched like a content creator's video, specifically uploaded as a content creator on Facebook gaming. I don't get on Facebook. I get on and message family sometimes because it's the only social media they have. Maybe I'll like something or share something from them. Maybe I'll post there on occasion for family. That's all I use Facebook for. That's just because most of them are on other platforms. A lot of them have at least, got Instagram accounts because, it's definitely not also a dying platform and not connected to Facebook. So, if some of that's moved over there, but still, generally, I don't use Facebook. So, I have no idea. Probably. Facebook gaming, it probably sucks, yeah. Roblox video when? I've done some. Bad business. I've done 2, I think. Yeah, I've done 2. I don't know what else you want from me. No, I've actually, this is just how big Roblox is. I've had plans for 2 Roblox videos besides those 2 bad business ones. One was another bad business video. The other was what is it called? Shoot. It's like a Pokemon, but not Illumian Legacy. I was gonna do a video about that when I was doing Pokemon content. But I feel like people would not be interested. And it would garner the wrong audience. I am not trying to garner more children to watch my channel. So, I'd rather keep most of my viewers actually 18 plus or close to it. So, because I'm not a kid-friendly channel. Never have been. Never will be. So, probably not going to happen. I will say that. Probably not going to happen. Let's see. Terraria video when? That's a possibility. I've thought about it. There's been no concrete plans to record any Terraria or do anything with Terraria, but it's been there before. It's been in discussion. Can't say no, but I can't necessarily say you're definitely gonna get a Terraria video, if that makes sense. It's a maybe. Can't give you a concrete date or a when, but it's a possibility in the future. I've been, going through my Steam library. I've been playing different games of the past, and Terraria would fall into that category. So, who knows? Maybe. It's a possibility. Let's see. Opinions on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm optimistic, but I'm concerned at the same time. Because there's a video that sums up my thoughts generally, but it's like 15 minutes. But if you think about it, obviously, it's been every 3 years or so we've had a new Pokemon generation. Generation 8 technically started in 2019 with Sword and Shield, the dog shit games. Worst main entry games in the franchise, in my opinion. And many other opinions. But regardless, we've had a game every year. Except 2020, which is when the DLC came out. So it looked like they were doing a different direction by not having a 3rd game. Then we got the Brain Diamond Shining Pearl, Diamond and Pearl remix by a different company, which is a cool direction. The games are fucking buggy as hell. But, it was interesting. They were taking more risk. Arceus came out, completely changed, uplifted Pokemon into a new direction. What concerns me is the fact that it'll only be about what 8 months, 9 months between games, between Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. In my opinion, I feel like the only reason they're releasing this year is because Game Freak or Pokemon, the Pokemon Company, whoever, didn't think Legends Arceus could stand on its own. And they need to release another title to keep like a main like a their big money maker of the year. And Legends Arceus sold great. And of course, just 3 months before Legends Arceus, or 4 months, however long, was the Diamond and Pearl remix. So they're releasing, in my opinion, game that I feel like Scarlet and Violet should have been the one to break the 3 year cycle. Should have had at least another year. Should not release till next year, which is what concerns me because I feel like they're gonna be rushed. And like Sword and Shield, they're gonna try to implement things from Legends Arceus with what 8 months between releases, when it's probably like Sword and Shield. You could tell Sword and Shield they quickly change to have more Pokemon interactions in the overworld, right? Like we all pretty much understand that they changed that midway through development. Because all the open routes that are linear and have so much empty barren space was definitely grass before. And they added more Pokemon interactions in the grass that is there and like encountering. And originally it was just gonna be random grass encounters again. Like we all know that, right? It was pretty obvious. That's why how barren and that's why it was so barren and linear. Well, linear was always gonna be linear, but barren. Most of the routes are in that game. That's why. So I feel like it's gonna be a similar situation, which concerns me because this is I don't even know what to classify this. I don't know if this is Generation 9 starting or if Legends Arceus was Generation 9. I guess Scarlet and Violet's technically the start of Generation 9 because it's new Pokemon and everything. And like, new region or whatever. But I'm concerned. I'm gonna try to stay optimistic because what's promised looks cool. The trailer had a lot of issues with like shadows and like FPS drops on some scenes, especially and like the way the town they showed is built concerns me. Considering now instead of like a static camera, we're able to look around. I don't know how well it's gonna look or if it's gonna feel complete like Sword and Shield really didn't, at least to me. So I'm optimistic but concerned is the best way to describe it. I think it's the best way to do it. I thought about doing a video honestly about it, but I think that sums it up well enough. Sums up my thoughts at least about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We have one more question here. Um, okay, well, let's do the second bit first. Alphabet soup fan. I don't really eat soup that often, if ever. But sure, why not? Alphabet soup. Yeah, sure, why not? Whoa. It's the JO3, Joe, however you want to say my name, stamp of approval. The first one part is how is JO3 doing? Um, uh, well, depends who's asking. Are we just talking in terms of content stuff? Oh, I couldn't be happier with what I'm doing right now. I have a lot of video ideas still as well. I'm feeling great after just like taking a week to just get away from everything on my family's trip. Like content wise, I'm never been really better to be honest. More motivated to make better videos and everything. Like it's great. If we talk about anything else, but we don't talk about everything else. We don't talk about IRL or anything else. Um, so you know, uh, is JO3 okay? Or how is JO3 doing? I'm I'm alive in a video game in IRL. I'm here. Um, yeah, life's shit. Everything Twitter's shit. Uh, future isn't looking great. I'm never gonna be able to afford a house if I ever want to live by myself. I'm not gonna be able to afford a lot of things. We're about to enter a recession. In the U.S. at least, it's Not great, but content wise is good. That's IRL's awful. Uh, College exists. Other IRL things that I'm not gonna get into on the internet. Yeah, you know, I guess you could say I'm doing okay. Sure, why not? We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Um, that's it for the Q&A for this episode. If you want to ask questions, I reset it. I'll reset it between every episode I do Q&As, obviously, the form, but there'll be a Google form. You can just ask your question anonymously, and I'll answer a lot of them. This time I was able to get through all of them, but on the off chance I don't, that's why I say most of them, ever. Um, yeah, so that's gonna be it for this episode. I want to thank everyone for listening. I know it's a little shorter still. A lot of these solo episodes are. It's just because there isn't as much to talk about, and there's only one person. You're only getting one person's thoughts instead of two, and all that. So, that's gonna be it though. Be sure to subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow. Hopefully, we'll really be able to get Spotify going on this. And I will catch you in the next episode.